Hi, my name is Megan Hickey, and this is my third book critique. For my featured book, I decided to choose the book Bark George. This is by Jules Feiffer. The genre is modern fantasy and picture book. The reading level is second grade and up. And the summary of this is that George is a puppy, and he is learning how to bark, and his mother is telling him to bark. But George does everything except for bark. He continues to make other animal noises. And this really shocks George's mother, and it is very concerning. So George's mother decides to take him to the vet. Surprisingly, the vet continues to pull out animal after animal, like a duck, a pig, a cow, and finally, George is able to bark correctly. For the content area, I decided to do vocab and reading. For the vocab, since this book is for a young grade, it will be perfect to teach the students how to match animals to the noise that they make, and it will also get them used to using numbers by this example that I found. And for reading, I will have the students take a Kahoot with the questions about the books, and this will be a good tool to tell if they are paying attention to the book while it is being read. So as you can see, I made a Kahoot, and the first question would be, what noise did George make? And it gives the option of meow, bark, moo, and quack quack. And then for my second book critique, I decided to choose a Greek Potter, and this is by Giovanni Caselli. The genre is multicultural, realistic fiction, and informational, and it is also picture. The reading level is fourth grade and up. The summary of this is a Greek potter that describes what it is like to be a potter in the 5th century BC. And then my third book critique is a medieval feast. This was written and illustrated by Alaki. The genre is realistic fiction, informational, picture, and multicultural. This reading level is third grade and up. The summary is that this is a feast that took place around the Middle Ages, and a king announced that he was going to come for a feast, and the Lord was scrambling to get enough food for the feast because the king announced this very last second. For my fourth book critique, I decided to choose Children Make Terrible Pets, and this is by Peter Brown. The genre is picture and modern, fantasy, and traditional literature. The reading level is third grade and up. And the summary is that this is a cute story about a young bear named Lucy. And one day Lucy finds a child and she wants to bring it back home. But the child is not a good pet because the child begins to make a mess in the house. She then realizes that children make terrible pets. She then returns the child back to his family. And then for my fifth book critique, I chose Who Was Harry Houdini? The author is Tui T. Sutherland. The illustrator was John O'Brien. The genre is biography, picture, and informational. The reading level is fourth grade and up. And this is a book that is all about the life of Harry Houdini and everything that he did. And he was everything from an escape artist, a magician, pilot, a movie star, and more. My sixth book critique is The Miracles of Jesus, and this was written and illustrated by Tommy DePaulo, and the genre is picture, informational, and traditional literature. The reading level is third grade and up. And the summary is that this book is a lot about the miracles performed by Jesus. It is a great way to teach children the miracles of Jesus throughout small stories and pictures that can captivate the students. And then my seventh book critique is The Giver. The author is Lewis Lowry. The genre is science fiction and modern fantasy. The reading level is sixth grade and up, and the award is the Newbery Medal. This summary is about a boy named Jonas who lived in a place of peace with no crime. And at age 12, each child was assigned a job that they would be doing for the rest of their lives. Jonas, unlike the other kids, was given the job of being the giver, which means that he would receive memories. And he received memories and things from the past that he has never seen before. And this makes him discover the truth like no other, that the world is not a peaceful place and there is crime. And it was a very interesting book to read, and I highly suggest it. And then my eighth book critique is is called Maniac McGee. The author is Jerry Spinelli. The genre is realistic fiction. And this book has a lot of awards. It has a Newbery Medal, the Boston Globe Horn Book Award, Parents' Choice Awards, NYSRA Charlotte Award, Dorothy Canfield Fisher Children's Book Award. The reading level is 6th grade and up. The summary is that this is about Jeffrey Lionel McGee, and he becomes Maniac McGee when his parents sadly pass away, and he decides to travel himself and comes across a segregated town called Two Mills. And he amazes the town when he shows his skills, and he puts segregation away, and he becomes a legend to everyone. And this was my book critique for this number 3. Thank you so much.